I took out a loan. You gave me a loan to start my own clothing line, which was Coochie.
Yeah, instead of Gucci, he made t-shirts that said Coochie.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cade,
And I'm Kit,
and we're real people.
doing real reviews.
Yes, we are doing the top 25 films of 2025,
2025.
and we are now on our second block of films.
Mm-hmm.
We have gone through all 5 categories, and now we're looping back around.
What did we watch that was horror? Did we watch a horror?
Yes,
Yeah.
Sinners.
Oh. Yep. You're right. Okay.
Little do we forget.
Okay. How are we kicking off? Which genre are we kicking off with
All
for this
right.
one?
I figured.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, this isn't. I have to be honest.
Mm.
I have to tell them.
Okay.
So we looked at our next block of films, and we looked for the shortest film to watch.
We looked at the time because
we looked at the time because we got suckered in the first round of
mean,
films. They're all long,
all of them.
and that was my bad. I didn't look at times.
Well, you were like, let's get one of each genre, which is a lot to think of.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever you think, Cade. So that's not helpful. And then, so then this time we were like, wait.
We're like, what
How
do we
long?
want to watch?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to watch a film that was 1 hour and 37 minutes.
Yes.
That is a good length for a feature film.
Yep. So we decided on a buddy comedy, tragic comedy.
Yes.
And
which is great.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy them more than you, but I think we may have another. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how we do.
Okay. Well, let's talk about what did the critics and the audience
For sure.
say.
So we'll give it a breakdown. So oddly enough, I don't know. I find this fact odd. It's not really a fact. It's the truth. That makes it a fact.
Yep.
I'm getting sleepy.
Same.
94% on the tomato meter and 89% on the popcorn meter. So the critics liked it more than the audience.
Which seems a little strange, don't you think, for like a buddy comedy? Like usually buddy comedies, that's when like audience eats up, right? But
yeah, the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, you know what I think happened to this one is it didn't go mainstream. Oh wait. Did we tell them what movie we're watching?
No, tell them. One of them days.
One of them days.
Which, and this is ginger ale, just for, I'm going to take a sip, but it is kind of one of them days. And I feel like
we're reacting. You held your glass up. You're like, it's one of them days. Ginger ale.
Yeah.
How ironic. We didn't plan this.
Okay.
Take a drink. Cheers.
Cheers. Mm-hmm. Buddy's watching a buddy comedy. Keke Palmer and SZA are the 2 lead roles in this, so it is a female buddy comedy.
Yeah, really good. So I have 2 different reviews. So from a critic, he scored it. Josh Larson scored it 3.5 out of 4, and clearly people need to get right on the same scale here.
Yeah, I can see why people were like, guys, just do the Rotten Tomatoes 5 because we used to do a 10 because I like lots of room points, but mostly so that I can be nicer. But we're not doing that anymore.
We're not doing that. We're just out of 5. But he did it at 3.5 out of 4. And Josh said, "Do you want to read it?"
A certain magic exists when 2 comic talent slide perfectly in sync.
All right. And Linda K rated it a 1.5. And she said, a really disappointing after reading the rave reviews on this page. I think me and my +1 laughed once. A short ha during the movie. Found the whole story unengaging to TBH. Had a hard time finding the heart too, although the 2 leads were amazing.
So yeah, so let's unpack that. So first of all, let's talk about like Josh, and he's talking about like 2 comedic talents. So is she, right?
Yeah.
And so this is I think where as critics we get to this place where we're like, is it the storyline? Is it the film? Is it the cinematography? Is it the emotion? Is it the plot? Or is it the acting, right? That carries something?
Yeah.
And the thing about a buddy comedy is that that's a character driven movie. So if everybody's saying, hey, the characters, the acting is, well, that's kind of the lean, right? And so,
Totally.
yeah. So, yeah. So we'll talk about it. I guess to start, it's all filmed about a single day.
Single
So,
day. It's one of them days.
one of them days, and it starts off with a gal working at a diner, kind of as like the hostess with the mostest at this diner, like serving people. She's really well liked. She's outside. Her best friend goes to
Oh
pick her up.
no.
What? Do you have a sneeze? Oh my goodness, Texas.
Oh, excuse me.
That was.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, everyone. So she's
That's
sitting.
it. There's no other one. You can go ahead now.
Okay, there wasn't two extras.
No.
Okay.
Just one sneeze.
So
That hurt.
are you okay? Bless
Yeah.
you. Spirits don't go into his face.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, no, that's not wood. That's knocking on wood. The bubonic. You used to say bless you when there was the bubonic plague, because then they didn't. If somebody sneezed, they didn't want you to get the plague and die. So you said bless you, so they didn't do it. But I had it confused with like when you knock on wood, so the spirits don't go into your like body. Those are the two superstitions.
I
know.
heard about the spirits going into my body, and I just left it because I was like, I have no clue what she's talking
Like
about.
that's from Nova Scotia. Never mind.
I was like, I'll just leave it there and ask her later. Let's get back to one of them days.
So she's sitting out front of the diner, and she's like acting like her friend was super late picking her up, and her friend's like apologizing in this junky car, and then the girl's like, I'm just kidding with you, like you're not actually late, and she's like, remember, like, because she worked a night shift, and so her girlfriend's picking her up so she can sleep because she has a very important interview at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
And so she's like, oh, you made sure that the rent got paid. She's like, yeah, no problem. Don't worry about that. And she's like, okay, great. She gets home. There's like this kind of deadbeat boyfriend that has been hanging around the house with this girl, SZA. And but he's he has some physical attributes that maybe have allowed him to get away with it.
We were gonna talk about his shoe collection, but no, he
How would you describe it, kid?
I think he too had a baby.
Mm-hmm. A baby.
Yeah. Just like another
being.
Yeah, that was a human.
In his shorts. Yeah. He was well endowed. So so he's been hanging around the house. Keke Palmer's character is like this freaking low life, leaving his shoes all over the place, like get him out of here. And she goes to lay down, and the landlord's at the door, knocking. Yeah. Her friend's not answering. She's like, can you answer it? Like, I'm trying to get some sleep before. I just worked the night shift. They're busy doing bedroom things. And she answers the door, and he's like, I don't have the rent. And she's like, what's going on? So she checks in with her friend, who's like a sleepy disaster in the bed covers. And she's like, actually, I did give it to the deadbeat boyfriend, like the money to give to him. We'll just check.
And he disappeared. Basically.
He's gone. Mm-hmm. Go from there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's like, oh, well, I stole his phone, so we'll check and see where he's at. Mm-hmm. And so they pull the phone out. They can't get into it. They have to go like downstairs to one of their neighbors that does hair and all of these other things. Like it's this they live in this apartment kind of complex where like everybody does something else. Like this kind of older mother figure is like selling like convenience store kind of stuff
in her living room.
In her living room. So quite funny. So everybody's kind of doing additional things to kind of make ends meet, and it's very much that kind of world of things. So they go to this other guy. He unlocks the phone. They figure out that he's with, I forget the girl's name, but it was a pretty witty name. Anyways, she has a big booty. Big booty.
So they really explored that visually.
Yeah. So there's a whole scene of her
Booty montage.
montaging while the girl's telling that she gets any man she wants by shaking her butt if she decides she wants to. She's like, I don't know if it really happened, but we can go over there. So then they go over there and
sure enough,
well, they separate, which is also kind of funny because one of the girls has to go up the stairs and there's all these men smoking weed as they go up.
Yeah. She's just getting catcalled through a cloud of weed smoke for like a while, like a long time. And then she gets to the door and she's like pretending like she knows this girl. And the girl's trying to like place her like, how do we know each other from like a dance group? No, I don't.
It's cool. Anyway, so she's like talking her through, kind of stalling while the other girl crawls through the window.
Yeah.
Finds the deadbeat boyfriend.
Checks the wallet.
There's no cash. He wakes up and he's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I got it. I took out a loan. You gave me a loan to start my own clothing line, which was Coochie.
Yeah, instead of Gucci, he made t-shirts that said Coochie. That was the clothing line.
I mean,
that's what they did with their rent.
Well, I wonder if those actually sold after the movie. We could probably look online.
Props? Like this Coochie
like
t-shirts?
Yeah. And like the Gucci logo? I'd probably wear one.
Would you? I would too.
I was about to say, I was like, you would probably wear one more than me.
I am wearing a hat that says Daddy currently. So all right. Okay, so they get out of there because they're discovered.
Yeah, they're discovered. So then the girl whose apartment it is starts chasing them. She like runs after him like this like athlete pumping her arms, which is quite funny while like the two girls are running. And this guy opens a car door and she runs into it and it just shatters and she falls to the ground.
On the cement, like hard.
But it was such a funny scene because it was so absurd. And like all these people pull out their phones. And so she's embarrassed and she's like, now I'm really going to get them. Which is kind of absurd, making her the evil character, but also hilarious.
It was quite funny. Like she hits that car door. The glass shatters, and then the guy's just like mad.
Well, and I mean, I think we forgot there's another spoiler in the beginning that's quite funny at the diner, but I won't say it so you can still watch the movie. But with the dishwasher.
Oh yeah, yes. There is a lot of physical comedy. Yeah, watch it for that. Yeah. So
anyway, so they run off. They're like, we can't run anymore. What are we going to do?
We need money. We're going to get evicted.
Yeah.
By the end of the day. And there's like a countdown that keeps popping up in the movie. And that's like 8 hours till eviction, 2 hours till eviction. Yeah.
Quite funny in that regard. Well, then they decide to go donate blood.
Do they do that first or do they do the payday loan first?
Maybe the payday loan first.
Either or.
Anyway, so they're trying to do all these things. No, I think the payday loan's second.
Is it?
Oh, now you're questioning me. I don't know. And we just watched the movie, and I'm like, anyways.
She donates, but
one scene.
She decides to donate a whole bunch because there's a nurse that used to be a stripper, so she's just like, "Go for it, girl." Then her friend comes out and was like, "You're donating too much." Pulls it out of her arm. Then they have this huge blood splatter
over disaster. Everybody in the room. Quite funny. I mean, like it's just so absurd.
Yes. It's like that scene at the end of Substance where they're just like spraying blood in a circle and you're like, what?
Yeah.
It was like
on all of these people. And then the funny part is like, they're like, do we still get paid? And they're like, nope.
No blood, no pay.
Yeah. So funny. But you can get the voucher for
apple pie. Across the street. Yep. Yeah. So then they go over, but you have to go through the drive-through. So then they're walking through the drive-through. And then this man that she had locked eyes with at that convenience store / like grandmother's house that in part of like the little project complex is in the car behind them. And they end up spending a little time. He buys them some food and hangs out.
I think the pay loan was before this. No, thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right, tell them about the pay loans.
Okay, so they go into like this.
Because it's important to talk about.
anybody, anywhere, like we'll approve everybody. And they go in, and there's like this big line of like this guy outside. This seems like an unhoused gentleman is like, "Don't do it. They'll take your soul."
Yeah,
Like,
his name's Lucky.
it's like, I owe them 15 loans. Not even worth it to work anymore. And anyways, this is very funny. And they're like, "Oh, it's fine. We're just gonna need it for rent." And they go in, and her credit score is so low that the girl just like dying laughing at her for like a while.
Yeah.
And they notice
And
photos
her,
on the wall.
well, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
the other girl's an artist, and she starts out, and so the lady just crinkles up her application. She's like, "Do you have a real job with like an income?"
Mm-hmm. Then we can
And then
actually
they pretend to be like a lesbian couple,
mm-hmm.
which is also funny.
to try to combine their combined credit score.
And the lady's still like, "No."
No.
So a pretty funny scene, as well as I think that actress did a good job in there.
Yes.
Like, just over the top, kind of crazy funny. Like the interest rate was 1,000 something, and they were like, "Oh, we thought that was the year it was established."
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, so they were like playing into definitely kind of the loan shark kind of credit cash advance places that we see today.
The set dressing was really funny in that. Like
Yeah,
I think the way that they designed it, they even have like a guy like on the corner spinning like a dollar sign, and like it's very silly. It's all
very
like
silly.
green and black, and those little. She's like yelling their number just as loud as she can over again, and they're like, "Girl, we're walking towards you," and she's like, "Walk faster."
Yeah, quite entertaining.
It was a great scene. Yeah. Also, to your point, I'm like, I should look. I wonder if that girl is a comedian already, like a known comedian. I just have never seen her before, like that plays that role because it was she pops up again later. It's
She
quite funny.
pops again later.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, jumping back,
Mm-hmm.
they're in the car with this guy that she kind of has the hots for,
Mm-hmm.
and they're driving, and an axe comes out from underneath the seat, and she
Mm-hmm.
gets a little scared.
Yeah.
So she's like, "I gotta
I
go."
gotta go.
Also, she gets a phone call because her friend, they're like, "My friend needs help. I'm not sure what she's doing." And
Mm-hmm.
then the next scene cuts to
She's climbed
her friends climbed a telephone pole trying to get this pair of Air Jordans
off of.
off of the telephone line with a broom because she's like,
These are worth money. I know from
"These are
this
money."
deadbeat
Yeah.
that like was living with us and how much he loves sneakers. They're
Air
worth like
Jordans. Yeah. $5,000.
or 2,500 or something. Yeah, and so he's like, "Oh, careful! This is so and so's territory over here." And she's like, "He can't own sneakers off of a telephone wire." And they're like, "He finds out everything."
Yeah.
And so here we are. Um, yeah. Again, physical comedy. They
Oh my goodness. Even the outfits. I forgot to after the blood scene. The lady's like, "Looks like you need some new clothes. There's
a donation
a
box.
donation box out front." And then the clothes they put them in.
They put Keke Palmer in like a neon green mesh raving two-piece chap outfit, like chaps, like mesh chaps. And the other outfit is like a jumpsuit with like a corseted kind of halter top, and they're just running around the city like this. And then
Yeah.
they were at one other location, and she got a jacket from somebody to cover up like over the green. So she's wearing like a men's
Yeah.
navy suit jacket over like a green.
The green. Yeah. Anyway, so they're running around. They sell the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fast forward because there's so many funny parts.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty well done.
Mm-hmm.
Sell the shoes
They have rent
for 1,500 or
is
2,500, whatever the half the price.
yeah.
The other girl comes back in, takes their money, so now they don't have any money.
Yeah.
The guy whose territory it is calls, says, "You're gonna be dead unless you give me $5,000,"
Mm-hmm.
which is like double of what they needed.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh shoot, what are we gonna do now?"
Then Keke Palmer has to make it to her
Interview
in the mesh outfit with the oversized suit jacket. She goes in, she kind of nails it. But then the girl that had been kind of like following them, that was like the one with the booty. It's like that she's getting her feedback.
booty, yeah.
Finds the friend outside. So the friend starts calling to her friend because she's getting like beat up and the money was on her from the sale of the shoes. She's like, asking for help, and she's trying to leave the interview. She's like, no, I don't know who those people are. No, no, it's fine. But like they're
And she
calling
has
her
to go
name.
out there, yeah. And then it's basically like wrestling on the
Mm-hmm.
ground where she like slams her butt into the girl's face. So funny. Oh god.
And so she's not gonna get the job. Like they're like, ooh,
No.
it's just one of them
It's
days, you
yeah, one
know?
of them days. And so then they go back home
Mm-hmm.
defeated,
Mm-hmm.
and the landlord has already put their stuff outside.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, hey, like, why are you doing this? It's still the first of the month. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's like, okay, you have until
The end of the first month, like you have till.
into
Mm-hmm.
tonight,
Mm-hmm.
11:59, or your
Mm-hmm.
stuff's still outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, okay, cool.
And they had just gotten a new neighbor into the like complex, and she comes out and she's like, "Are you guys having a yard sale?" And they're like, "Sure, girl." And she's like, "How much for this painting?" And she's like, $300. She's like, "Okay, but you have to sign it." Like, "Oh, it's original. Oh, I'm a branding sponsor. Oh," and they were like, well, "We're gonna do a pop up art show.
Yeah.
Help us, get." She's like seeing how many followers this girl has. She's like, girl, like this is wild. So then they just really quickly, since they have all their furniture outside, just put together a pop-up with this girl's like art outside. And they're like, this is how we're gonna make up the money. Mm-hmm.
And they do.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, they realize that they have all the money
Mm-hmm.
to save themselves from the guy's territory.
Mm-hmm.
And he shows up.
And he shoots his gun in the air.
And he shoots his gun in the air because she's like, what are you going to do? Shoot me? And then he shoots in the air, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
where are all the people now? And her friend's off,
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
not sure where she is.
Mm-mm.
And then it's kind of a comedic, kind of like, I'm distracting, run kind of moment. And so,
Yeah.
like, they're running, and then they hide underneath the car,
Mm-hmm.
and they hear,
This guy's name being called, and it sounds like police, but not police.
but not police. And it turns out that it's the loan shark lady.
Like it's like the bounty on him. Like, so she's like getting him because he owes on all of these like loans,
Yeah.
which is very funny.
Wild.
Yeah, and then in the journey of them like running away, they'd run into their house. The deadbeat guy had lit some candles, and so this guy had come into their apartment, kicked the candles over, lit a fire. Firefighter, like cute guy, like that she had like
Well, because we
eyes
didn't
for.
know he was a firefighter
No,
yet.
he's like getting
He
them
rescues
out.
them.
Yeah, rescues them, and they're like, "What?" Um, so he's like, "Yeah, like, are we gonna go on a date? Where you gonna call me?" And very cute. Then at the pop up as well, after she had lost the job, one of the executives came to the pop up because it had reached her, and she's like, I actually grew up in this neighborhood, and you put this together, and there's still a spot for you. And so it all turns around.
Yeah, it all happens. Yay. I
Hmm.
think it
Hmm.
was very well done.
I thought it was light and quick and clever. Lots of physical humor, which was really
Yes.
great. So outrageous, but not with what the girls were saying. What would make a scene funny is that they would go through something really ridiculous, like blood being splattered all over it, and then it would immediately cut to like the universe, like, or like some little inside joke with
Well,
that.
that's because like the one friend that was the artist was
Mhm.
very like, oh, I have a connection to our spirit line, and like
Very woo woo.
woo woo,
Hmm.
like yeah,
And it would just
like
like cut to their friendship, and
it
it
was
was
really good.
it was really good because that's what would make it funny. It wasn't that they just went through this ridiculous, horrible, awful like scenario. It was that afterwards they would have like some little like, what are you gonna do? Like kind of
Yeah, their
moment.
timing together was really good.
Really, really good. Yeah, I thought
Quite funny.
I thought it was quite funny. I really enjoyed it. It was very bright. Also, I was saying to you after that, it's not often that you get to watch a movie and it's all done in one day. Like that the whole storyline is just a single day
Mm-hmm.
from like, from working the night shift, not getting to go to sleep to like this crazy journey trying to figure things out. So they have a house, by the end of the day. And that was the whole storyline. And it wasn't more or less than that. That's what it was. And they just packed a lot of like these little moments that led to a really great outcome. But in the midst of like them going through like tragedy and trauma, awful thing that they were together, they were like kind of still staying connected and like addressing things themselves to move forward. It was quite lighthearted, and I thought that the way that they depicted each of the scenarios was like done in a really outlandish outlandish outrageous way, but it's also like you could still relate to who the characters were.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Like
like
everything was like over the top,
mm-hmm
but it worked because like they were making fun of everything,
mm-hmm
which was funny.
the whole time. Yeah. And yeah, I agree, like everything. Like we all have met somebody who's like gone and like or had to have their credit score like adjusted
Yeah.
or been in a scenario where you're talking to somebody who is an unhoused person that's like trying to give you life advice or
Yeah.
and you're like what, and so these characters were so ridiculous that it was awesome, and so
As well
yeah,
as them like running away in their like little outfits. Like
ridiculous. Like there's a scene where SZA had put on like her I'm selling art like outfit, and it was so small, and then of course the guy shot the gun in the air, so she's running and she's like holding the top and the bottom while she's running in like pink lace little like mini
Yeah.
dress. What?
So funny.
It's just the waddle, like the waddle kills me. Anyways, it is funny. I gave
Yeah.
it a pretty good rating, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I because I would watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend it. The
Yeah.
storyline was there. The acting was there.
Yeah.
It was a little bit, it was kind of original. It was interesting. And
I would have to say the storyline, like looping it all together back around,
mm,
very clever with the like loan sharks being the one that actually got the bad guy.
yeah, fun,
And like funny too, because they're like, there's a reward, and they're like, oh wow, how much is the reward? And they're like $30. Like so funny.
She's like,
Just because of the timing of everything. And they're like, do you want it? And they're like, yeah, 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 we'll have it.
we have it, but like, come on.
Yeah.
Great writing. Yeah, whoever was on that, just very great. Interesting cinematography. Great choice of like neighborhoods, colors. Like it was very bright and like kind of visually captivating. And yeah. So I give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I had rated a 4 as well.
So I guess we're
Look
on
at
that
that.
side. Yeah.
Wow.
We're
She
with
liked a comedy.
I did. I
Oh.
liked it. I did.
Woo.
And then
It is really good.
but afterwards I was like, is it because Keke Palmer's so beautiful that I just was like, this is great.
You were just
Captivated,
blinded by her beauty.
you know?
I mean, she's pretty funny too.
She's very funny, but she has like it's like how she does her facial expressions and how she uses like her lips. And that it's like
I thought it was like her whole body, like her hands too. She's just like,
this is
this is where we're at with this.
have you ever seen her do a talk show?
No.
There's a clip of her that's like going around on social media and she's like, do you ever go to tell a story? And then you realize like, oh, never mind. That was actually trauma and that was horrible. But you didn't realize that until you were telling the story.
Tell your
That was happening. You're like, she's like on Colbert or something. And
oh,
just very
goodness.
funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Okay. If you are watching on a broadcast channel, just continue. We will be moving into continuing our top 25 of 2025. And if you're watching on or listening on anywhere you listen to a podcast, Apple, Spotify, and so on, continue. Please rate, subscribe, like, write us a message. And we'd love to hear from you. And you can also find us on social media.
Yes, at Cade and Kit.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.